So being a father, you learn how to mess with people using your own children. Like I remember getting, we went to, what was it, a little Chinese place, Chinese buffet, Chef Lin, because, duh. And if there's a buffet, I'll go for it, I'm all in. So we go there, and the owner, she loved my son. She thought he had the prettiest eyes. Like, he has got the most beautiful eyes, and he was in a little bitty guy, in a little carrier. And I tried to tell her that was his contacts. Because little babies, they wear contacts, right? And she always had to see him. And one day, we're leaving out of Chef Lin, and she goes, "Oh, you can't leave here till I see the baby." And I was like, okay, but he's sleeping, because I didn't want to have this interaction. And she comes around the counter, and she flips open the carrier for this sleeping child, and he wasn't in there. And I remembered, oh yeah, he's outside getting his exploded diaper, cleaned up, because Kelly's got him in the truck cleaning that up. But the only thing that came out of my mouth was, oh. It doesn't take me long to mess with somebody. You're like, well, that seems like it'd be kind of fun thing to do. Where's the baby? Oh. And so she yells, and she's like, everybody stop what you're doing. We gotta find the lost baby. Everybody lift your feet. And I'm rolling. I am dying laughing. Like, check the kitchen. He's like a cat. I don't need to take home a General Tso chicken baby. My oldest son, he was 5, and we went to McDonald's. And you walk into a restaurant or something like, an eatery. You'd like to be welcomed. You go to Southwest Moe's. I don't know if you have those here. But they go, welcome to Moe's, or someplace. They go, welcome. Not there. This guy goes, what do you want? And I like to mess with people. I don't know when I'm going to mess with somebody, but there are triggers. And that was one. Like, well, somebody needs to laugh, and it might as well be me. And so I said, well, give me the left side of the menu, because, duh. I'll justify it. It'll be fine. Let me see what my child wants. And I looked down at him and I said, which was this all gibberish. I was 6 when I left Iran. I really don't know the language very well. I can hear it. My dad yells at me, which just sounds a lot like that. So I channeled my inner father. And the guy's eyes were huge. But then my son picked up that gauntlet. I thought it was good the way it was. So he said, no, I'll one-up you, Dad. But he didn't say it in English. He said, 5 years old, man. I did not coach him to do this at all. But I let him go. Just till he hyperventilated and passed out. He wants a cheeseburger, Happy Meal, ketchup only. Like, for real? It's a hard language, Here's the thing. If you have children, and you have more than one, you might also realize that the first one is a demo unit. He's like the beta, the prototype. You learn how to, raise the second one based on this one. Like discipline. Like, I'm an IT manager. I've been doing IT for 27 years, as a matter of fact. And we get creative. We do. I sent my kids to their room when they were kids. And I said, go to the room. You're real angry. You're not trying to get emotional with the kids. And they're like, well, that's where our computers and our game consoles are, so that's just fine with us. But here's something I tell my technicians is be kind to the technician behind, which means label everything, document everything. So if you go to my house, you'll see an electrical panel, and it'll have everybody's names on that panel. And I send them to their rooms, and I shut off the power. Are we having a power outage? Yes, you are. You're having a power outage. I'm fine. We come up with some really interesting ways of disciplining our kids. If you got kids that are in the age of video games, oh my goodness, they can get a little attitude on them. They can. So here's the thing. Delete the gamer tag. If you don't know what that means, that's the account that they tie everything to. I've got 2 boys, but they spend so much money on these things. And I said, did you just buy a new outfit for your Fortnite, fella? Yes. You realize you're playing with virtual dolls? I mean, that's pretty much all you're doing. And I was like, listen, if you don't get this stuff done, I'm going to delete that gamer tag off your system. No! I've got 100 rare skins tied to that account. Don't touch it. What do you need me to do? I'll even load the dishwasher the right way, finally.